Okay, so we get that set up. So remember, your new music is vocabulary, right? So when you wake up in the morning, you turn on your vocabulary, you listen to it. So when you're getting ready for work, you're putting on your clothes, getting your hair together, whatever you're doing, that's what you're doing. You're listening to the vocabulary. And the reason why, because just keep in mind, real estate, just studying, this is boring. I'm just telling you now, it's boring. And that's another reason why it's hard to study, because it's boring and you're not interested, so you're not downloading no information, right? So, but what you're doing it by constantly playing it, you're gonna start getting used to hearing it, right? So now you're listening to it. The words are starting to become normal. So now when you get in the car and you start driving, you turn on your vocabulary again, right? You listen to it while you're driving. That's your only music you're listening to, vocabulary. So you're driving. Now when you get to work, let's say lunchtime comes. Once lunchtime hit, you want to start studying. Now remember, let's say we get property ownership, right? Because remember, it's 3 different ones. You're only going to pick one per day. One on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So remember, we said property ownership on Monday. And so at lunchtime, you're going to go to prep agent. You're going to go to your webinar. And this is the reason why I said you want to get the prep agent that's good for the whole year, right? The premium. So, go to the webinar and you find Joe. I use Joe because Joe is great for me because he's going to do a lot of talking, a whole bunch of talking. But if you listen to what he's saying, he's giving you all kinds of scenarios. He's going to help you comprehend and understand property ownership or whatever topic you're on. He's going to make sure you understand it. So once it's over, then you immediately go to prep agent because you're already there, and you go do around maybe 25 in the beginning, and later on you move up to 50, but do 25 of those questions, the practice questions. You can make as many as you want because you have the premium edition, right? Run to the 20, and once you're done with the 20, then you want to go back and go over the ones that you got wrong, and they're going to explain why you got it wrong. So now you're understanding property ownership. It's all starting to make sense. You get home. I'm sorry, this is so important, I almost forgot. While you're doing your training, so let me go back. I'm so sorry, this is so important. When you go and listen to the webinar on property ownership, and then you go do the 25 questions first, once you're done, listen, go to maybe YouTube and watch a little comedy, watch or listen to music that's gonna make you feel good. Break out of that, take a little break away from all that heavy studying, okay? So you want to do that in between. So that's so vital, okay? You want to do that in between. Then you go back to your webinar of property ownership, and then back to your 25 questions until you get, until you understand your questions, and the ones you got wrong, you understand. And the goal is to get 80 to 85%. Okay, 85% is what you really want. So that's your day. So once you get home, you're doing the same thing, and before you go to sleep, let's do some vocabulary. That's it. That's your day. That's Monday. This may seem pretty intense, but I'm telling you, what you're doing is creating complete focus on studying to get your license. You're not studying a whole bunch of questions on things that you have no idea what you're talking about or things that you already know. You're focusing on your weak areas. Okay? Now, next day is Tuesday. Then